There's a new Illuvium improvement proposal that's up for a vote right now. Maybe you've had a look at it and you're left wondering, what does all of that actually mean? Well, I'm Vetemor and I'm about to break it down real easy. First off, in Illuvium, any revenue, whether that's from games, sales, merch, anything, all that revenue is used to buy ILV from the market, and then all of that ILV is then distributed to all of the stakers like you or me. And what this proposal is doing is it's just laying out how that revenue distribution mechanism is exactly going to work. And the way that's going to work is that every day a daily vault snapshot is taken, meaning that the current amount of ETH within the vault is counted. So let's say that right now we have 10,000 ETH in there, and then what they do is they calculate what is 15% of that ETH. So in this situation, that would be 1,500 ETH. And then they check if that amount of ETH fits within the minimum and maximum bars that are going to be in place. And the minimum is 500 ETH and the maximum is 5,000 ETH. Now, 1,500 ETH fits cleanly within those bars, so it goes forward into the process. And then what is done is that 1,500 ETH is used to buy ILV from the market. Now, the only problem there is that at this point, pretty much anyone could just calculate how much ETH is in the vault and how much ETH is about to be distributed today. And then they could potentially manipulate the market and take value away from ILV stakers ultimately. So how are we combating this? So at that point, instead of just using 1,500 ETH to just buy at the same time every single day, what we're actually going to be doing is we're randomizing how many buys are done every single day. So maybe one day we have 5 buys, the next day 10 buys, the next day 13, the next day 12. That's going to be completely random, the number of buys we're going to have each day, and then the size of each buy. It's not going to be broken up into equally sized purchases. It's going to be randomly sized purchases. So for example, if that 1,500 ETH was split into 5 different buys, maybe it looks like this, or maybe it's split into 15 different buys and it looks something like this. So, from day to day, from amount to amount, exactly the sizes of the buys will be totally different in each and every single buy. And then the timing of each, it's not going to be every hour. The timing is also going to be randomized. So there's going to be no way for anybody to be able to front run or manipulate these buys. Also, each buy will have a limit of 3% slippage. If any buy falls above 3% slippage, then it will be a failed transaction and it will have to be made again in a different way, maybe separated into smaller chunks to pass through under 3% slippage. And that is basically the overall gist of the proposal. Now, currently, all of this buying that I spoke about is being done by the eDAO manually. Now, the eDAO consists of 7 members, which are Aaron, Pedro, Carlos, Johnny, Alex B, Basil and Lionel, but this will not be done manually forever. I have spoken to Aaron about this and he has said that in future this will definitely be automated down the line. I'd like to also briefly cover what happens if the 15% value goes above the maximum amount or below the maximum amount that has been set. So if it goes above the maximum, then instead of that full 15%, it would only be the 5,000 ETH maximum. So if, for example, we've got 100 Ethereum in the vault, 15% of that is 15,000 ETH, and the maximum is only 5,000 ETH. So that day we would only purchase 5,000 ETH worth of ILV and distribute it, not the full 15%. And this has basically been set in case we end up taking absolutely huge amounts of revenue, and it makes sure that it won't be distributed too fast, causing unhealthy spikes in the market. Although if we do end up just very, very consistently ending up having huge revenue, we may have to increase that maximum boundary in the future. And if 15% of the vault ends up being less than the minimum, which is 500 ETH, then what happens is 500 ETH is actually going to be distributed instead of the 15%. So if we've got only 1,000 ETH within the vault left. 15% of that is only 150 ETH, which is less than 500. We would distribute that day 500 ETH. And if the entire total value within the vault is underneath that 500 ETH amount, we would just distribute the entire vault that day, and then it would be just completely distributed. Now, the disclaimer here is that this revenue distribution mechanic has never been tested before. It's a totally new thing, and it's about to be tested for the first time on the 4,000 Ethereum or so that we have raised from the land sale. So in future, if it is ever felt that this isn't the best system, or that this particular system needs adjusting, it can be adjusted by future proposals and voted through by the council. Even this proposal was initially drafted to be set at 20%, but through like feedback and like discussion, it was changed to 15%, which in my opinion is much better, as it provides a much more even and steady distribution that isn't just too quick. So in future, the minimum value, the maximum value, and the percentage are all values that can be edited of this system, or even potentially like just propose to change the system altogether. Overall, my personal opinion is that this current system that is being proposed is the best possible first trial system for revenue distribution. It stays true to the entire original vision of revenue distribution, whilst also spreading things out a little bit more, both to help us buy the maximum number of ILV and lose as little as possible to slippage, as well as spreading things out to kind of prevent market manipulation as well. And that is why I am voting yes on this proposal as an Illuvium council member. If you found this video explanation of the latest IIP helpful, definitely smash the like button and subscribe to this channel for more such content. And if you've got any questions left about anything surrounding this proposal, definitely head over to the comment section below and ask that question, because I will definitely be getting back to you within 24 hours. I'll see you all in the next one, because I'm Vetemor, you're the future, and I'll be seeing you guys there.